Everybody, thank you for coming out. I would like to call to order the regular board meeting. The time is 7:09 p.m. Clerk Key, please call the roll.
No.
Is mic on? Oh, thank you, James. Good evening, everyone. Trustee Norwood. Present. Trustee Stan Brown.
Present.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Present.
Trustee House.
Here.
Trustee Holmes. Absent. Trustee Belcher.
Here.
We have a quorum.
All right, if everybody would stand for the pledge. All right, if you continue to stand for prayer, Mr. Moore, if you would.
Father, we thank you that you always hear you answer our prayers. Father, we just ask, why does the heathen rage, Father? Why does man imagine a vain thing? Because we know that you're in control, you're God of all God, you're Lord of all lords. Holy Spirit, we just pray that you would just have your way in this place. And Father, we thank you for setting up our leader, Lord. You're the one that set the leaders up, Father. You have the heart of the king in your hand. Continue to bless our leader, Father. For we know that there is no weapon that's formed against us that shall prosper. And every tongue that rises up against us, Father, you shall condemn. So, Father, we thank you that if you be for us, you are more than the whole world against us, Father. So we stand in that liberty wherewith you set us free. Bless this meeting that your name might be glorified. Bless your people, Father, which you have given us to rule over, Father, and to serve. We thank you for it now. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. All right, next we have public comment. You have 3 minutes. You can address this body, and it is public comment, so you can make your statement, and you have 3 minutes. So anybody want to address the board? You can go to the podium. Do you have a list? Okay. She have a list, so she'll call the names. Are you guys ready?
Oh, ready for
Okay. Chief, you got the time? Who got the time?
Yeah, I got the time.
Somebody doing the time? You sure? Okay.
There you go.
Oh, there we go. Thank you, everybody. My mic is not muted. I'm gonna keep it calm today so they won't mute me. So everybody, hopefully that's on live, can hear what I'm saying. All right, first off, this is ridiculous. I'm disabled, Tiffany. Why am I being pushed and why am I being standing outside for over an hour for a meeting that's supposed to start earlier? This is ridiculous. You should have let us in. There's no threats out here today. Now what's the excuse? Do you have an excuse? Your excuse should be that you're stepping down as a mayor because you're a poor excuse for a mayor. Excuse me. So, like I was about to say, before I got muted last time, I did have a couple things that I wanted to address to this board. Since you said we need to address your board, all of y'all need to step down and quit. Keith is a criminal. Stacy is a criminal. You a criminal. You going to jail. The FBI came and raided this place. You can keep lying on TikTok and everything else and saying you ain't get raided, but you did get raided. That's the truth. All those threats you had people sending me, I know people in these streets too. And they told me who the people are that you've been sending after me. And you trust and believe that those threats are not going unnoticed. I have children in my house. So yeah, y'all can mute the mics if you want to, but you know exactly what I'm talking about. That's why you don't look this way like you wouldn't look when Alexis Wilson mama was talking to you. But I got 3 minutes, right? I got 3 minutes. You see my hair? For the wigs that you promised you was going to buy people in this township? Do you see this? Do you see this? You want to ignore me, right? Like you didn't live across the street from my house for years. You ain't had 2 white best friends. I had white best friends. Where's your Susie and whoever else you was talking about? Why don't you Google them? Why don't you tag them in all your posts since you talk about them so much? You didn't grow up in Dolton. Why are you lying about growing up in Dolton? Where did you really grow up at? Because I ain't see you in none of our grammar schools. I know everybody. Who do you know? Nobody. That's why you're ignoring us. All these victims out here, not victims, survivors. They're all surviving Henyard. That's the new thing, surviving Henyard. This administration is shameful. Y'all are a disgrace. And you won't step down? You have all these people out here crying their hearts out because of the things that your officers did to them. And you want to talk to your lawyer and ignore me, right? That's just ridiculous. I have kids that have been bothered by the threats that you had people send after me. But don't worry about it. The police have it. I hope the FBI is listening too. FBI, holler at me. Your favorite survivor. Y'all can hit me up on YouTube or whatever. But please let them know that those threats that I sent them, I'm coming to 211 wherever they at downtown this week, and I'm going to restart this case because you're not getting away with it. And residents, I'm so sorry that she won't step down, especially to the survivor. I love you, and ain't nothing you can do about it because I mean it. She don't mean it. Thank you.
All right, can you call the next person?
Good evening. My name is Cara Wilson. I'm the mother of Alexis Wilson, brutally murdered by Dalton, Illinois police. So on the night Alexis was murdered, the officer on the scene, Ryan Perez, was a serial killer. My daughter was his 4th victim. Tiffany promoted him, made him detective. He quit. Why would he quit? He just got a raise and a promotion. I guess after you kill 4 Black people, you get a raise and a promotion. I don't know. But this man is a serial killer. So if he's in your town, watch for him. They violated her rights. Your officers punched my daughter in her face holding his flashlight. And she ran. Within 52 seconds, he was punching her and she was running. The officer on the right climbed in the vehicle while Alexis was sitting at 10 and 2. The first officer knocked her glasses off so she couldn't see a thing. So she had her face in the windshield and her hands at 10 and 2. As she hit that corner 4 seconds after being punched, 4 seconds, she saw the guy sitting, the officer in the right side. She starts screaming. This is on the body cam you haven't released yet. Release the full body cam to the public. As she began to turn, she saw that officer in her vehicle and she started screaming. And that man put 2 bullets in her head and 5 down her side because her arms were still at 10 and 2. So how did he get clear shots straight down her side if she was doing anything other than holding that damn steering wheel? They murdered her. They murdered her and you tried to help them cover it up. We're going to get the truth. Thank you.
All right, call the next person. All right, call the next person.
Cynthia here, right here, and I'm sorry that I did such a thing, because I didn't want to be ignored. And I'm here today. I'm calling you ass, because you know me better than anybody sitting up there. And I did not appreciate what happened September the 1st. And to Lacey, I didn't appreciate what happened the first time I was bringing my grandson to a village board meeting, which was November the 20th, 2023. And keeping me out of these meetings was going to do what? You see, everybody's here now 12-fold over. So everything you all have done has rotten and failed. And then they're going to take your vessel right into a cell to the lawyer. I am absolutely livid with you. You sit here and you watch an abundance of disrespect, inhumane treatment. And are you the one that's getting ready to bow out to go hang out with the bears? What is that telling any of you all up there? No, I'm telling you all, y'all ain't gonna get to sell Dalton out. So don't keep sitting there like you ain't did anything wrong. You have done wrong in abundance. I don't like nobody violating my right. And if you think I'm gonna move around here and be concerned, you should think again. Because one thing's for certain, two things for sure. You crossing that line with my grandson, you gave me every reason to ensure that y'all end up like Terrence, Illinois. And if y'all ain't got enough intelligence or educated or communicate enough, because you're messy as hell, excuse me. Look it up. They shut the whole damn police department down and they had the board on board. You ain't got to be on board, Mayor, because you're not going to have no say-so. And Freeman, you knew about your lifestyle when you came. Why didn't you keep it where it was? Because we don't appreciate it here. And this is for my grandson.
All right. You call the next person.
Good evening. First of all, thank you all the residents that made it in. And considering what we went through the last meeting with all the people outside the way they are, there's no reason it should have been that way again this time. I am pleased that Trustee Holmes is not here, although I asked him to suspend himself with a little integrity. I don't think he's done that yet. But more importantly, I'm trying to figure out why Delgado won't unask that seat. And I meant just what I said, Mr. Delgado, unask that seat. You got $1.2 million between us and the township. You can go home and play with your checkbook or whatever you play with. But sitting up there, you need to go. You don't protect us. You don't represent us. You represent the mayor. First of all, it is misconduct. And if there's anything I can do about it, it's going to be done. You represent the mayor against the people's trustees. What kind of bullshit is that? And you call yourself our lawyer. You call yourself our lawyer. It tells me what you think of us, that you show up here. And the same thing with you, Keith. The nerve of you all to put your asses in front of us when you disrespect us the way you do. Thank you.
All right, call the next person. All right, call the next person.
Good evening, everyone. Board of Trustees, the four of you. Again, Mayor, I don't know why you do the same things and expect something different. I mean, here you are, once again, you knew the demand for people to be here at the meeting today, a public meeting, and once again, you lock people out. You're restricting their First Amendment right, and I don't know why you keep doing the same thing. I'm flabbergasted. Also, I would want to say this because you've always said, let me educate y'all. Let me educate y'all. You know, and it's insulting. I mean, what are your credentials? You don't have the wherewithal to educate a preschooler, and you're trying to educate us who have degrees and other things. I mean, it is insane. Please retire that phrase. It's egregious at this point. Let me educate y'all. I don't understand it. And then, you know, you're always saying, fake news, they hating on me. Fake news. We're like, I mean, why would anyone just want to hate on the mayor? I mean, you have to give them a reason to want to hate you, and you've given everyone several. You're not accountable. You don't respect people that have a different opinion or opinion that goes against yours. You're not qualified at this point. You're not qualified for that seat for various reasons. We're not even going to talk about like the grammar. I mean, that's embarrassing. It's absolutely embarrassing. Keith Freeman, let me not forget about you and that deer in headlight look you had on the news. I mean, it was priceless. It was epic because I sat here and watched you when you locked people out of this village hall. You had an arrogant, superior demeanor about yourself. I think you were eating something, and it was just so flagrant. And so it served you right to be in the position that you were. And I hope you get everything that's coming to you. Chief Lacey, you're bogus. I saw the whole live with Jedediah. You literally concocted a story, and you went and you made a report based on your imagination, basically, because what you said did not happen. He was live, and people were watching live. So, like, I don't know. I mean, I can't understand why you would just so blatantly, knowing your position, knowing the oath that you're sworn to, disrespect a citizen for no reason, really. I mean, other than a personal reason. You didn't have a legal reason. So that's my point. So, it's just a matter of time. Time is ticking. People are waiting, and people are going to celebrate. I'm going to be right there. So anyway, have a good night, everyone.
All right, call the next person. All right, call the next person.
Good evening. This is the only thing I hate about when we got stuff on the agenda and we can't talk about it because you always put this first. But I need to know why we trying to buy property and we don't even know what's going on with our money. Are y'all trying to cover up the houses y'all done gave away to people? Y'all know y'all done gave some houses away and y'all trying to cover y'all asses. But it's not going to work because the FBI already know. The FBI already know. And Mr. Moore, you in trouble, baby. You could pray. God don't answer fraudulent prayers. You in trouble. They coming for you, baby. Because you done signed off on all that garbage. They used you. They used you. You going to jail. All of y'all going to jail. What? Well, did I say what? Yeah, Keith Price, he's not a resident and he's here. He ain't got no voice to be here. We tired of paying for your makeup artists and your stylists. We tired of that. We shouldn't be paying for that. You get enough money from the township to pay for your own makeup and your own stylist. Why would you think that the residents have to pay for that? You are so stupid. And that lawyer, he done used us. He driving in his Bentley. He laughing at us with his white friends over the weekend smoking cigars, how they done just cheated Dalton and stole money from us. He done took, he done with us now. He got the bass now. He ain't worried. Y'all all need to be concerned up there because you know what? Y'all getting RICO charges. Y'all getting RICO charges because y'all have conspired to lie to the residents. You all have been stealing property, that property that's built on that corner. Mayor, you so silly. You didn't even have the nerve enough to bring it to the board, bring it to the citizens. You didn't even make sure that the town, some of the residents got the jobs over there on that construction site. But you know why? Because you doing pay to play, baby. They paying you. That's why. You're doing pay to play. The reason the business people didn't get their business license, because they wouldn't pay to play with you. That is why. And the FBI know. They know everything you're doing. And baby, you better come with those receipts because if you don't, you probably played Kwame. Y'all played him, but the FBI sure enough gonna be knocking on your door at your house coming to get your ass at 4 o'clock in the morning.
All right, can you call the next person? All right, call the next person.
Good evening, residents. Good evening, my 4 trustees and my clerk. It's unfortunate that we have to go through this today, you know, standing up there for 2.5 hours. My back started hurting, you know, and you had other seniors that's out there. I'm a senior now. And I just want to say this since I can't ask the question. The attorney that's stepped down, that should be a sign for all of you all. That when the attorney have stepped down and you're done, you know, and it's a shame that you really don't think about your families. You know, I'm sure all of you all have children's mothers, other siblings, and you're throwing bricks at the penitentiary. You are going to be, and it's unfortunate, in a 6x8 cell in North Carolina, because you're going to the federal joint. And she done played all of you all. All of you all that's sitting up there, and Stacy, I really like you, you know, and that's unfortunate. William Moore, I hope that you can handle jail, because jail is an awful place to be. You know, praise God, I was on the other side of the jail, but I was there for 30 years. So I suggest strongly that you all take you a tour at 26 in California and see what it's all about. But you'll be going to the federal joint on, to my understanding, on Wednesdays and Thursdays, you'll get chicken. On Fridays, you'll get fish. And your people have to take a plane to come and visit you. And hopefully they keep you in their mind to put money on your books, because that's the reality. And that includes 2 of the trustees, you know, and it's a sad day that you don't think about your family, because what you do affect everybody in your house, everybody, your children, your mother. You know, one lady asked me in Menards, she asked me about Tahoe Tiffany's mother. Well, where's her mother? Can her mother say anything to her? I say, ma'am, I don't know her mother like that. I don't know.
Ma'am, your time is up.
Okay?
All right,
So,
call the next person. Your time
thank
is
you.
up. Next person.
I'm going to give you $1 on the books, though, each one of you.
I know, but you better chill out about my mama. I know that.
Good evening, everyone. Former trustee Edward Steve, you know, a wise man was said that when you see people fall, don't laugh, learn. We're watching the fall of this administration, and you see these people coming in and they're investigating stuff. I don't want to laugh, but I want to learn of what not to do. The most precious thing we got is the taxpayers' dollars. And when you see it getting blown and it is mismanaged and they not paying bills, trustees getting emails about not paying bills. Who's the finance chair? Stan Brown. Does he say anything? I can get my daughter to get up here and read numbers. Did you ain't get elected to just read numbers, Stan? You gave Rowley hell. All y'all gave Rowley hell. And y'all held him accountable to be a good mayor. And now you don't say nothing? You quiet? You don't have a finance committee meeting? You don't let nobody know nothing? And you sit up there, your name was on a newsstand? Yeah, I'm disappointed in Stan Brown, the senior trustee. You know, he's not the senior, oldest trustee, and he's the oldest one that can give wisdom to a lot of people. He's old enough to be the mayor's father. And you don't say nothing? You quiet? It's an embarrassment to see people who fought for things before. Now you in it, now you don't say nothing. So it's hard to see the financial reality of the village. The trustees deal with it all the time, getting emails, not getting paid. They don't pay this. This is not being paid. So I just want to say that. Also, she still got Kiana's picture not up there. So all the trustees should take their pictures down until they put her picture up. And to hear what they did to Sister Fania, to see them cover that stuff up, to hear that story, and y'all don't have no heart for that. Stan, you was in Vegas. You know what happened, and you didn't say nothing. So it's disappointing to hear that. We want better in our community. Here, this is when it's going to take. Next election, we got to vote her out. Period. We can't have a bunch of people run. That's how she got in by 100 votes. And I know 82%. She got one by 120 votes, 4% of the vote. So that's how we're going to win this next time. We got to get her out. We got to unite around one person, which is Jason House. That's who we're uniting around. And we're not going to split this vote up. And that's how we take our community back. It's not going to be, you can be all this. This is well and good. But it's going to take the vote, voter registration, people vote, and unify around one person. So make sure you subscribe to our Don't Trustee YouTube page. Keep watching our interviews as we put the truth out here, because she's going to keep on lying. Everybody saying fake news. Do y'all still have financial reports? Do y'all have any financial reports of the village? Any trustees have any financial reports? Stan, do you have the finance chair? Do you have it? And if you do, you should give it over. They're still hiding the spending of what they're doing. They're still hiding, even though you go to court and say you need to turn over. She don't follow the courts. She don't follow nothing. So anytime you hide and you're spending, what are you hiding? Turn over the debt of this village. See what's going on. And that's how we're going to change this community. Right. Thank you so much.
Next person.
Good evening, everyone. Mayor Henyard, I would like to say I respected you. I respected you. And I feel as a young Black woman, you let us all down. When you go to the grocery store and you make your purchase, what do you have? You have receipts. You have told us time and time again that you have the receipts. You have the receipts. You have the receipts. As a mother, when my child lies to me, I tell them, okay, prove it to me. Prove to me that you did not lie to me. Open your room door. Let me see that my brush is not in your room. And that's all this is really about. Being transparent, being open, being honest. It has nothing to do with shaming a Black woman in power, nor shaming the super mayor, as you so infinitely call yourself, with a whole bunch of flyers and billboards. Yeah, the little heart was cute, but I really don't appreciate the way you played my son out of his money for the little dance camp that you also promised him that everyone else does not know about. You know, this whole township can be saved, but it's going to take more than us. It is going to take the Lord God himself to save this township from all of this corruption. It's going to take God, it's going to take votes, and it's going to take for us to come together as one. And maybe she's up there choking on all the lies that she has told us thus far. Okay? Thornton Township. Okay? We need to take our township back and put it in more capable hands. It's not that we are stalking the Black woman in power. It's just the wrong Black woman. A Black woman who does not know how to manage finances. How can you be in a deficit and you're constantly spending? If I don't have any money in my bank account, I'm certainly not going to overdraw my account. The account is being overdrawn, and who's footing the bill? We are. My taxes went up $10,000 for my property in Thornton Township, and I had to fight like hell to get it reduced to what it should be. My paperwork for my exemptions magically disappeared. I once worked as a nurse, and I know that from paper charting, if that paperwork does not say what the supervisor wants it to say, that paperwork is ripped up, and your supervisor's gonna tell you, now write what I told you to write. And I feel as though that is what Mayor Henyard, or Super Mayor, has done for the administration to rip up the receipts, which is why we don't have them.
All right, Carl, who's next?
Hey, City of Dalton. I just wanted to say this. I was sitting back quietly. I'm a minister in the community, a youth director in the community. And more than the hurt and the pain that I'm seeing from these residents that are broken, wounded because of some of the stuff that has taken place in this administration, I want to speak for the young people in this community. I've been dealing with young people since I was 19 years old working at the South Suburban YMCA. I've seen some of them come through some of the hardest times of their lives, being on Prozac, Ritalin. I had to take them under my wing. Now today I look at, in the city of Dalton, how do our young people look at us as adults? We try to figure out why our young people are doing what they're doing, why they have no care, why they're relentless, why they're ruthless, and what are our leaders doing in our communities? If our leaders aren't living up to a morality and a standard that is going to be a good examples for them, what do we expect from them to do? We sow the seeds. And I'm not saying you guys are going to, whatever position you guys are going to be in later, you go to jail, whatever. I'm not speaking on that. I'm speaking on the future of our generations, because our young people need to see Black men standing up for righteousness, standing up for truth. When we see deaths in our cities, are we just going to sit back and let our positions be more prioritized than the lives that we're seeing laid out on the street? I hope I'm seeing 7 Black men sitting up there, and the reputation that I'm hearing. I have 5 children that I refuse to take a position that I know I'm going to be corrupt in, because I stand for righteousness more than I stand for money. And I let my kids know every day they're kings and queens, but they can't be kings and queens over a city that's corrupt unless they're going to change. I'm advocating for our men to step up. Those that sit silently and watch the abuse that happens, young women getting assaulted. Where are we going to make a change? I've been on many protests. I done been in jail for protesting. I've laid in front of Obama House. I've stood in front of Trump building. And I see more women standing out there than I do men. And I see men sitting here watching the injustice happen in their community. And they're more concerned about the money. So I'm not judging you. I'm asking you guys, make better decisions. And if you got to step down, step down. It don't hurt. Put somebody better in the position that's going to help the community.
All right. Call the next person. Is that it? All right. That ends public comment. Next, we have general announcements. Is there any general announcements?
Yes.
All right. Go ahead.
First, I would like to invite everyone to Tea with the Trustees, May 11th at 9:30 at the Lester Long Fieldhouse. Happy Mother's Day to all the mothers that's out there. I have a couple of comments because I'm sure they won't get answered, but our meeting starts at 6:30. And it's unfair that we have to wait till 7:10, 7:15 to start a regular scheduled meeting based on one person. If a quorum is here, I believe that we should start the meeting, and it's not fair. I think it's being inconsiderate of people's time, and the fact that you always say, let's take care of the business, and move forward. Secondly, I see that, and I'm going to say this because while the people standing outside were outside, there were some people that tried to come upstairs and have a seat. And now they're sitting behind where employees are. I think it's unfair that people that's not residents, whoever it may be, they should not be sitting anywhere where it is employee. And the reason, excuse me.
Okay, you out of order.
Me.
Out of order.
And the reason I say this is because I came here and I am an elected official of the village of Dalton, and they wouldn't let me pass the door. Said that they were given the instructions that we could not come in the building. So I don't have the nerve or anybody to be sitting as if they were an employee of the Village of Dalton when I'm an elected official, elected by the people and can't come in the building. I'm offended. Now, let me get to the last thing where you sit here and send out this Dalton Proud pamphlet, and we got it at the last meeting that came. This is nothing but an embarrassment. It's an embarrassment. It's campaign material, and it's full of lies. And then all the time while this was going on, the slap in the face that you would sit there and say, Lifetime Achievement Award to Andrew Holmes, and you knew what happened. This is a slap in the face. So the next time whoever gives you the bright idea to put this stuff out, I hope it came out your personal campaign fund, because this is nothing but campaign material. And I'm sure because it got township stuff in it, the township credit card paid for it. I'm done.
All right. Is there anybody else for general announcements? Is there anybody else?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Hello, everyone. Good evening. Happy Monday. I would first like to invite everyone out to our 3rd annual family skate night. Please join us. I believe that a family that skates together stays together. So Friday, June 7th, Linwood Skating Rink. Join us from 6 p.m. to 8:30 p.m. We love to have you. In order to register, please call me 708-968-4297, or feel free to email me at bnorwood@villageofdalton.org. I also, for all of the parents out there, we have some tickets to the White Sox game for May 16th, Thursday. So if you all could give me a call, if you have children that's interested, please give me a call. We just want to have some fun, right? That's the goal. And just overall, last but not least, I'm just saddened by the state of our community at the moment. You know, I can't put into words how the goal is to show up and fight for the residents. But when you have a situation where, again, we'll be here, the meeting started at 6:30, we don't start to 7:10, and then as soon as we're ready to make comments as elected officials, we know that we're going to be rushed, because then we're going to be pressed for time. I would just like to say that residents, hang in there. As your trustee, I'm going to continue to show up, right? I'm going to continue to demand transparency, no matter how frustrating things could get. And I truly believe that the change is going to come. So happy Monday, everyone. Let's hang in there.
All right. Anyone else? For general announcements?
If I could be recognized.
Go ahead.
Okay, this Sunday, Mother's Day, Mrs. Felita Creighton, many know her, is again hosting her annual Mother's Day brunch, 1 o'clock. There will be a ton of food. So those that are interested, there are $30 tickets to this event. It's Sunday at Dalton Park District, 1 p.m. For those that would like to get a donated ticket, please, you can reach out to Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, myself, or Kiana Belcher, and we have some tickets that we can donate on your behalf. And please come out and everybody celebrate. There will have the men serving the moms in the community wearing suits and ties, white gloves. We think it will be an amazing time. So we really encourage everybody that can, please come out and enjoy. And there will also be a comedy show. Separate from that, I also want to acknowledge this as Clerks Week. So I ask everybody, if you love your clerk the way that the board does, we want to encourage, please send well wishes and just praise for all of the hard work that our clerk does. So that would and that concludes my comments. Thank you.
All right. Any more general announcements?
Yeah, I'd like to speak on one.
All right. Go ahead.
Right now, the grass is growing high and the weeds are coming upon us. And at this time, school will be out in sometime this month. We're looking for 16 and up young men and young women that would like to come cut grass for our seniors and throughout the whole township area. So at this time, you can have the youngsters, if you know any, to call 708-596-6040, extension 4007, or either 4008. We're looking for young men, young women that will come out and help service our seniors over the age of 60. Thank you.
All right. Anyone else? Anyone else? Okay, guys, there's no public comment at this time. All right, anybody else for general announcements? Did she say her? Brown, Trustee Brown? No. All right, next on the agenda is mayor's report. So, there's a lot that's been going on in our community, and now it is my time to tell you guys what's been going on. Despite all the noise and all the mess that's going on around you, I want to sit and talk to you guys about what it is we do as management here in the village of Dalton. So first, I want to say that I am vetoing the message related to April 8th, 2024. It was the special board meeting / secret squirrel board meeting. So I am vetoing that entire, whatever y'all did that day. I don't really know. I don't keep up with y'all's meetings. So I just want to put that out there on the record. Something else I would like to talk about is the events. The mayors. What I love about people that's trying to work together. I like the fact that you guys reach out to me. Y'all send me prayers. Y'all uplift me when times are hard. So I thank you guys that are keeping me in your blessings. For Mother's Day, we have a Mother's Day celebration. It will be hosted by Thornton Township, and it will be on May 11th. It will be from 4 p.m. to 7 p.m., and it will be at 333 East 162nd Street. And it is a comedy show. So come out. If you did not register, please do so. I don't know if it's still open or closed, but that will really, really be great. And it is free to all residents throughout Thornton Township. And for those that are looking forward to anything we do, all you have to do is go on our website and you can sign up for all our upcoming events. We also host monthly big bingo events every third Thursday of the month. And it's also at 333 East 162nd Street. Please come out. That is also free. All you have to do is sign up and be a part of that. We make sure you eat, we dance, we laugh, we have fun, but we listen to residents. Another big one that I'm really proud of is Thornton Township Talk. Well, we talk to the residents as relates to Thornton Township. And then we also have conversation with the mayor. We have one coming up this month. We're going to send something out as relates to the date and time so you can hear from your mayor and the things that's been going on in our community that really matters to you residents. July 3rd is our parade and fireworks show here in our village. As you guys know, it's been over a decade since we had our parade here in Dalton. Currently, we hosted at Thornridge High School right off of Cottage Grove. We did it for the last 3 years that I've been mayor, and we will do it again this year, and it will be going on from 9 a.m. until, of course, about 8, 9 o'clock at night. If you would like to be a vendor, if you sell food, sell products, things of that nature, please sign up. You can reach out to Stewie to sign up for the parade. The parade you sign up for in the morning. We walk at 9 or 10 a.m. It's all in the registration form. So that's really, really exciting. Next, we're going to go to the video. So one of my videos that we did was the Easter recap. This is just to show you things that you missed on the last meeting. We had several things to show you because at the end of the day, guys, with all the mess, I just want to show you what we do as a community, how we keep unity amongst our village, and what we do as it relates to outreach. So if you look to the screen to my right, your left, you can see our Easter recap.
Mayor Tiffany, the superwoman right there. She does Tiffany, the superwoman right there. She does everything that the community loves.
Making sure her community is happy and the children are happy, and I'm very grateful.
Happy Easter, everyone!
I love the mayors. She is awesome. I love the way she's helping. I love the mayor. She is awesome. I love the way she's helping everyone out here in the community.
Thank you, Mayor Henyard, for the free food. We really appreciate it. As you can see, all we do is love on each other. We give out free food. So your eggs, your milk, the things that cost you so much at the grocery store. We get great Easter eggs. This is right there on Greenwood, 14312 Greenwood. And when I became mayor, it was nothing but a wooded forest area. We cut down all the trees and we turned it into this right here. And then we also redid the basketball courts. We have the first one is for the toddlers, the middle one is for the advanced, and the last one is for the adults. And they had 3 different colors and they're adjustable rims. So that was really nice as well. So if you don't know about this location, please drive down Greenwood and you'll see what I'm speaking of, and you admire the beauties of the village of Dalton. I think that's blue. All of the kids love all the different characters. We had bouncy houses, we had face painting, we had so many things going on. But that was the Easter event. So again, if you're interested in any events that we host here in our village or in our township, you can go to either one of our websites and you can basically partake in them. Next, we have a feel-good piece. Okay, here's what the media don't show you. So we want to highlight the great things throughout our community.
I'd be lying
So this is when the flood was here. I'm out famous for our community. I pushed cars out of water. I made sure everybody was safe. We went door knocking and we gave everybody water on 100-degree weather. We tore down eyesores. As you can see, we would clean up everything. We repaved alleys, streets, sidewalks, things that I know you guys been crying about for years that never ever got fixed. So he was just happy that his grandbaby can play on the sidewalk because there was no sidewalk. It was all messed up. These are our upcoming projects: our food truck with a pavilion, our doggy park, our water park, and that was also something we put on the agenda. $600,000 grant that the board did not vote for 3 different times. So I go get the money and I bring it back to this board, but the board chooses not to vote for certain things. This is our main water replacement pipe, something that never been done in the history of Dalton. And as you can see, it's getting done under my watch. So all the things that you should know about, should care about, those are the things that I entertain, not the mess and all the media that comes to our community. So this right here is been a long time waiting. So you got Stacy out there. I remember when our tank exploded and we basically came out, drained it, and thank God we was not taking water from that tank. And now we're currently working on getting it repaired. Tree service, we was getting trees trimmed, which you guys wanted, because you guys couldn't see down the blocks. And that was said because once we trimmed the trees, some of you guys did not even need new light poles. That was thank you to the Dalton Police Department, all the guns that they took off the streets. So that's something great, but no one shadows all these good things that they do. All the food we get back to the community, grounds was wrapped all the way down to here. All the way to Sydney.
Happy Thanksgiving. Thank you to Mayor Henyard. You know, and thanks a lot for what you're doing because it actually helps a lot of people.
So as you can see, it's a ton of people that love what it is that I do for our community. And I just want to showcase that. And that's why y'all see me constantly going. Because that's what it's all about right here. The stuff you don't see nobody else doing. Everybody create chaos, which this board has done. But they don't do the work. I do the work. My work speaks for itself. And I can't do nothing but show you that. Judge me on my work. So this is a conversation with the mayor. I host this here where you are now. And we talk about different things. So when you ever want to come and talk to me, ask me questions, things of that nature, you could come here and see for yourself. This is when I was promoted to another position. And that's what I tell you, when the lies don't work, it's start telling hate. And this was a toy giveaway for Christmas. That was really dope. A lot of people came out, really enjoyed that. And that's what it's about. Once again, allowing kids to get a gift that they truly love. It wasn't no Dollar Tree toys. These was actual great toys for the kids. So let's just give you an example of what it is we do in our community. Okay. Now, a couple more things that you might want to pay attention to, residents, is the projects that we're working on. We're working on several projects. Again, y'all know I'm known as the grant mayor, grant super mayor. And what I do is I go get money, bring it back to our community, and I make sure we put it back in our community. Right now, I just spoke of the water main relocation project. We're working on that now. That was about $660,000. We're working on alley sidewalks and a repavement project that will be coming up in the next month. You know about the 154th Street project. Myself and Mayor DeGraff partner with that with both our communities. It's going from our area, which is right here on Chicago Road, all the way down through South Park, which turns to South Holland. So that will be coming up in August. So be looking forward to that. Then we also have a $2.7 million grant for lead service line replacement project. That is coming up. That's a grant that we did receive. We also got $150,000. That's for the water service lines. That's the little card you got in the mail where you have to check your pipes and then take a picture of it and send it back to the company. These are all things under my administration that we have done and secured for our community. A lot of other positive things that you got coming up is, again, unity amongst community. That's us rebuilding our community, telling people what's going on, telling the things that's open for them and different options. Next, we have the DOLTON tax levy. You can play that one. So I want to dispel some of the lies and some of the rumors that you guys always get, because you get a ton of rumor view. And that's why a lot of people come and listen to me, because they don't hear the mess in the background. A lot of people tell one side of the narrative, but you guys never come and get the other side. A lot of times this board sells you off of fake news, which is they come out and they film things and they put our community in a bad light. At the end of the day, guys, I say this and I mean this. We have to still live here. When they leave, we have to fix what's broken. And you cannot keep up chaos, keep up mess, and bring it to your community and point the finger and don't think it's three more not pointing back at you. So what I try to teach is I lead with love, and I try to educate the public on the things they don't know. Thank you so much. On the things that they don't know, such as your taxes. I know this last board meeting, I see Trustee House left because he said that he did not vote to increase your property taxes. Yet the board put out that I raise your taxes. I don't even vote for taxes, but the board voted and raised your property taxes. But I want to show you this because at the end of the day, like I said, men lie, women lie, numbers don't. So I want to show you in black and white. And I always tell you, do your homework. You can FOIA it. You can go check it out. You can get the ordinances. That way you'll see who is doing what instead of being misled. Because right now, guys, you have been hoodwinked. You've been bamboozled. You've been led astray. You've been all these things. And I'm trying to show you what it is that you're missing. Okay, guys, let us finish. Okay, so here we go. Play the video so you can see that every single year this board, including Trustee Belcher, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee Jason House, raise your property taxes every year by 4.99%. And I've been telling y'all that since day one. And this is the evidence to show you that no matter what, they raise your taxes. No matter what they tell you, what lie they put out, they raise your property taxes. And this is me at one of my meetings. Once again, I have meetings on it, and I explained to them how the taxes got raised. What did they do? Who raised the property taxes? Because at the end of the day, you can lead a horse to the water, but you can't make it drink it. So all I can do is lead you to the facts and show you, and then you have to look at it for your own understanding so you can see what it is, what's going on in our community. So that's one video. We're going to post that, but I'm going to let her, can you fast forward it a little bit to the end? That way they can just see the tax thing. Don't know, now you will know today. And no, I will not stop showing it. You will see it whether you want to or not. If you don't, close your eyes. But I just want you to know
All right, ladies and gentlemen,
I just
please
want-
quiet down. You have to quiet down.
Okay, because at the end of the day, just because certain people in here don't want to hear it, don't mean that other people that's watching do want to hear it. So that's the whole point of us putting things out so that everybody can get both sides, whether you like it or not. You fast forwarding it? Okay, while he's fast forwarding that for you, I just wanted to show you guys what that is. Another video that we have, because I like to show facts versus fiction, that you guys really should take heed to, is one board meeting we had something. Well, okay, he's showing it. I'll wait till he's done with this. So this is basically showing the tax levies, and it's showing who voted for it. It's telling you each year, and it's highlighting the dollar amount so that you guys will know what it is. So if you really want to know where your tax money goes, who increases it, what happens, this is your proof right here. That's where you're wrong, miss. And that's why I told you, I can't make you drink the water. All I can do is lead you to the facts, and you either see it for what it is or you don't. So that's where we are with that. 2021, and there's your taxes. So each year, if you go look it up, 4.99%. So for those that don't know, when y'all be saying, oh my God, they raised my taxes, they raised my taxes. Yes, they did raise your property taxes every single year. So I want to point that out. All right, next video. Something that you really should worry about. I want to say maybe 2 board meetings ago, we talked about the budget. It could have been 3. And we spoke that we really needed to include Homewood Disposal. Homewood Disposal is our trash company, for those that don't understand how it works. This board levied for $15 million. Little did we know, like they always do, I told you, this was secret squirrel meetings, secret squirrel moments they have. They literally went and basically turned in the tax levy for last year. So when they did that, they only turned it in for $11 million and not the $15 million that we voted for. So just so you follow me, residents.
I thought she said she don't vote.
You are short. You're out of order. You are short by $4 million. So by you being short by $4 million, now we have to figure out a way to pay Homewood Disposal. So the reason why I'm bringing this up to you, because it's going to hit your doorsteps and they're going to try to blame the mayor, blame everybody else. But really, they didn't take care of their business as they should have, which is make sure that your trash was in the budget and that your trash will get picked up. So right now, we are short by $4 million because the board went, and I'm going to give you the dates because I want to put it in record. The board went on, why is she looking at me? Because Alice Key did this, a clerk again, always doing something illegal. She went and she stamped this and signed this. Here you go right here. You can zoom in. How you want? She signed on December 5th, 2023. December 5th of 2023. This is for the tax levy, and she did it for $11 million. Little did we know, the people that she had absent, and this her stuff. The people she had absent was Stanley Brown, Trustee Stan Brown, and Trustee Andrew Holmes. And then the rest of them voted for it. Trustee House, Trustee Norwood, Trustee Belcher, and Trustee Tammy Brown all voted for it. But little did we know that this was going on. So the next board meeting we had, that's why I'm trying to take you down memory lane so you can understand. The next board meeting we had, which was January 26th. When I say that the clerk all filed and all voted for the tax levy for $15 million. And you did not send that in. You sent in for $11 million and not the $15 million that the board voted for here. But this is what all we saw. It was myself, it was everybody here, but they only turned in the tax levy for $11 million, shorting us by $4 million. And this is what I'm talking about when they go do secret squirrel meetings without the entire body and we don't know about it and we find out about it later. And then they sit here and they come and say, well, you know, we short and we got to try to fix this to fix that. Yeah, but you're the ones that fault. So then, moving forward, they sent the email trail. You think I'm messing around with what I'm telling you? An email trail. Hold on. Don't worry, y'all will see it. But you
Right.
just listen.
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen.
Listen right now.
Calm down, ladies and gentlemen. Okay, if you want to see it, you got to calm down. Okay, you got to let her talk.
They sent a email screen of all of this. Don't worry about it. You know I'm real good at making
Ma'am,
videos.
in a minute,
You
we're
will,
going
you
to.
will get a video. You will get a video from me. Know that. So anyway, if you just listen so you can get the facts. So close your ears then. All right, so okay, so on Homewood, so they asked right here in this message, and they said, hey guys, we need to find a way to pay Homewood because it's got to do with our trash. So that's what the problem is right now, currently. Right now, we have to find a way to pay $4 million for trash because the board did not put it in the budget. It has to go in the budget, guys. And that's what I'm trying to explain to you. But this the mess that's on my desk based off of people trying to keep up chaos and confusion, point fingers, and they the one that created it all. So I'm just showing you the facts so that you'll know what to do with it later. Don't get me wrong. I'm going to post it. I'm going to send a video out. I'm going to snapshot it. I'm going to put it in a magazine for you. I'm going to give you every way to understand it so you can understand that your village is in jeopardy because of people's hatred for your mayor. People got to like sometimes just stop with the mess and come and take care of the business so we can move forward and grow our village. Because at the end of the day, when I came in here, we cleared up a lot of things. We cleaned up a lot of things.
Quiet down, please.
And with that being said, I'm just happy to say that we're doing great. I'm going to basically address everybody at conversation with the mayor. You will hear about finances because they said they didn't have the finances. Then they said they do have the finances. Which one is it? If you don't got the finances, how you guys claiming it's a $7 million deficit? Come on, man. And you can't have your cake and eat it too. Y'all got to pick and choose what it is. You either get the facts or you don't get the facts. So I am sending all this to you through email and you will have it available for you. Until then, the last thing that I would like to show on here is, do you have the lawsuit? And this one he put up on the screen. We have enough time to do this. It is on the agenda as well. So this lawsuit is from our ex-police chief, Robert Collins. So the same stuff that everybody always say. That's why I tell you, don't judge people. Wait till facts come out. Everybody jump ship, say this, say that, accuse people, and you wait till facts come out. You get the information, and you'll know what it is. So in this lawsuit, let me find it so I can read it to you. That's a David Graham. The other one, I'm gonna send it to you. Don't worry about it. You don't have to worry about that.
Ma'am, you're going to have to calm down. You're going to have to wait. Okay, you're disrupting the meeting, ma'am.
Okay, so yeah, I don't see it. But on that lawsuit, it says, and I quote, Robert Collins versus, thank you, you highlighted, thank you, Jesus. David Graham, plaintiff, versus the Village of Dalton, ex-police chief, Robert Collins. He's being sued for retaliation, whistleblowing, and it said other things in this lawsuit. The whole lawsuit you can FOIA, and I will make sure I send you that as well. So when things happen in a community, and that's our ex-police chief, but no one talks about things that's going on. They just be quiet about that, but they get y'all all riled up on nonsense, but not the real stuff. So that is something that we will entertain this evening. That is up for a settlement because that's one of our police officers that's claiming that Robert Collins did these things, and now we have to settle that lawsuit with that individual. It is on the agenda. If you got the agenda already, you'll see it in the caption on letter C, I believe. So that is it, what I have this evening, and I know I spoke about the veto. Okay, would attorney want to elaborate a little more on the veto?
Thank you, Mayor. Madam Clerk, the mayor stated for the record that she was vetoing the appointment of Lori Lightfoot as additional counsel and the approval of the retainer agreement. For brevity, she's not going to read the entire veto message. I have a copy marked as Exhibit A. If you could attach it to the minutes as if fully set forth verbatim. Thank you.
Okay, so as you heard the lawyer, I am vetoing everything they did at their secret squirrel meeting, including Lori Lightfoot. As a mayor, all mayors know status quo and all mayors know how this works. She was once a mayor, just like I am. You don't come in someone's house and not talk to them about whatever you feel you need to talk about. And not only that, it's veto power. So how dare you think you could come in someone's town and start working or doing something, even though we sent something stating it's illegal. We cited the code and everything in here, and she will not be paid for services. I know we talked about that, but I want to say this last sentence at the bottom of this veto. I am vetoing these two resolutions because the trustees have again exceeded their authority and by appointing Lightfoot as special investigator. The trustees have violated the village code, the Illinois Municipal Code, and the Open Meeting Act. There is a right way to do things, and this is just not it. So that's at the end of it, but in the beginning of it all, it explains exactly how it works with appointment. For those that don't understand how government works and who has the sole power is, can I finish? Thank you so much. If you don't understand how it works, and again, I'm gonna educate you, is
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down, please.
the president is the only one that gets to appoint. For those that don't understand how it works, Mayor Lightfoot knows this. They rinky-dink attorney knows this, and so do they. So all I'm saying to you is that once people keep on coming and they put on this little media frenzy for what? It's basically media theater. That's all it is. It's a show. We are clickbait for those that's on the outside looking in. So all I'm saying to you guys is appointment power is solely that of the mayors and only the mayors. I am the one that appoints the board as it relates to my cabinet up here, and then also the attorneys. Last but not least, I would like to say to Delgado, I appreciate everything you have done for our village. I love the fact that you have been with us since day one and you have never, ever gave up on us. I like the fact that you have won every case against that dude right there that's been trying to take our money. So I appreciate that. And that's the thing that I know that people don't like to give credit when credit's due. You have won every case and you made sure the village has been victorious throughout it all, and I just love you for sticking with us. So thank you so much for that, because people don't want to give you your flowers and your credit when you do. And for those that don't know, he is called a super lawyer, just like your super mayor. How about
He's
that?
going to super jail, just like the super mayor.
So that would end my report as it relates to
Ladies and gentlemen, you have to quiet down. Lieutenant, please gain order.
Okay, y'all. Okay, so if you guys go to
you will be escorted out. You have to calm down now.
All right, next on the agenda is village clerk's report.
Good evening, everyone. So now that you just heard all the fake news, when we talk about fake news, I would like Attorney McGrath to talk to you about the true facts of the tax levy. The clerk doesn't do anything unless it goes through the board and the legal department. I don't just sign names on paperwork until it has been completed fully. So Attorney McGrath, if you would like to go to the mic back there, or you can come into my mic, whatever, and you can speak.
Thank you, Madam Clerk. You are correct. As far as the tax levy, there is a proposed tax levy by the mayor. It was not moved forward by the mayor, the administrator, or the board. It sat out there. There was no tax levy. If no tax levy is filed with the county is set to miss out on, it was about $14 million. So the board called a proper special meeting, passed the tax levy in the proper amount, same as last year with no 4.9 increase. And there will be no increase in the tax property bills as far as the village's portion of the tax property bill.
That's not true. That's
Thank
not
you
even true, but
very much, Attorney
I'll make a
McGrath.
video and send it out.
Now I would like to actually give the village clerk's report. Now, each month, the village clerk submit minutes to go on the agenda. Each month, my minutes are not placed on the agenda to be approved by the Board of Trustees. Last week, I submitted 4 sets of minutes for 4 meetings that we recently had, March 21st, April 1st, and then 2 on April 8th. Why my minutes are not being put on this agenda to be approved, I do not understand. I don't have them with me, or I will, and I don't want to take up this meeting. But this board is a board of trustees meeting, right? The board don't get to put anything on the meeting agenda, and neither do I. The agenda was removed from my office so that the mayor can control the agenda. That's why no one up here can put anything on this agenda but her. This is not the Tiffany Henyard meeting. This is the Board of Trustees meeting. So she should not be the only person who can place things on this agenda. You want to sit here and put us down for doing our job. We don't have to put up a fake video. We don't have to go out here and pretend we're doing this and that. We do everything from our heart. And you know what? We spend money out of our pocket. We don't send receipts to the village of Dalton, because if we did, we wouldn't get reimbursed. Everything we do, we pay for it ourselves. So to sit up in here and constantly be belittled, this is not how you conduct business. We should not be national news. Dalton wasn't even known until she became the mayor. And it's not for anything great. We should not have this much media sitting in this room right now. So if we want to talk,
Hey, Commander Harris, Commander Riley. Okay, all right. Officer Ruffin, assist them. Okay. Commander, Inspector, she has to be removed. Okay.
Okay, listen.
Okay. Calm down. Okay. Ma'am.
Okay, guys. Okay. Just so everybody understand the rules. When you guys are being out of order, listen, you want the rules or you don't? You can't have it your way. You got to listen to what I'm saying. So when somebody's out of order, they are removed from that. We have an ordinance that says you cannot be disorderly in a board meeting. We have an ordinance that says that. So if it say that, then that means if someone say you have to be removed, and that's why they end up removing you out of the meeting if you're being disorderly. So to let you know how it goes. So if he say he give you another chance, you can sit there, that's fine. But I'm just telling you the rules. But them the rules. So next time you have to go. I'm just telling you what it is.
okay, so
Okay. All
okay,
right,
so
moving
let
on.
me finish.
Moving on.
Quiet, please, ma'am. Any more outbursts, you will be removed.
No, I'm not.
All right,
Okay.
show your statement or whatever you got.
Any more outbursts, you will be removed.
So I'm going to finish, guys. So you just mentioned that we have to follow the ordinances of the village, and you don't follow any of them. So let's talk about who's following ordinances. You do not follow them. So, I mean, I would respect that everyone would, but they're not being followed by her as well. And I can go through a whole laundry list of them, but I won't today. So when people get up here and try to downplay us and ridicule us and slander us, you know, I have to speak up because I'm normally here. I try to be quiet, but I'm not going to let anyone sit here and lie on me and lie on this board. You know, this is just uncalled for. So I'm done with my report because I can't give a report because they won't put my information on the agenda.
Okay, thank you. Next, you got village administrator. Go ahead, village administrator.
Overall tax
Overall tax revenue is up $2.7 million from the prior year due to receiving the first installment of 2023 tax levy in February and March of 2024 versus receiving the first installment of 2022 tax levy in March and April of 2024. Permit revenue has increased by $137,000, and red light revenue has increased by $210,000, and ticket collection has increased by $88,000 because March 2023 outstanding tickets consisted of $3,584,115. Grants increased by $433,000 based on the CDBG grant, and overall general fund revenue is $3,426,664.38 above the prior year due to property tax collections and the CDBG grant. Utility billing is $81,000 above the prior year, consisting of $151,000 in residential billing and a $94,000 decrease. General administration and other professional services and other contractual services are reflecting a $318,000 decrease and a $46,000 increase compared to the prior year. And the fire department is $72,000 below its prior year. Sanitation is reflecting a $7,000 decrease compared to the prior year, and the water fund has recognized a $962,000 more in expenses. The general fund overall fund balance deficit is $833,528.91. That'll conclude my report, Mayor. Thank you. I appreciate you.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Stacy. Stacy, you can go first for Public Works.
Thank you, Mayor Henyard. Good evening, all. This is the productivity report for April 2024. Public Works completed 7 V-box repairs, 7 sewers have been repaired, 10 sewer lines have been cleaned, 58 locations for potholes have been filled, 5 alleys have been cleaned, 6 emergency trees cut down, 45 properties cut and cleaned, 2 water main breaks repaired, and 8 stop signs installed. The mechanics for Public Works have completed 30 jobs to the Public Works Department, 5 jobs to the Police Department, and 1 job to the Fire Department. As of April 1st, you can start putting your brown bags back out. Homewood Disposal will pick them up. In the event that you feel like you have been missed, please contact Public Works at 708-201-3280. And if you have any other concerns, you can also dial that number, 708-201-3280, and we will assist you. Mayor, that concludes my report.
All right, next we have William Moore.
Good afternoon, Mayor. Good afternoon to our precious residents. Thank you so much for your patience and during the meeting. Mayor, I'll give a high-level report from the housing and from our building and permits. For the month of April, we had 21 rental license fees that total $13,150, 47 as-is sale inspections that total $11,541, 24 escrow checks deposited that total $13,300, and 15 housing tickets that total $7,325. We had 1 vacant property registration that totaled $48,200. For the month of April, for the housing, we totaled $106,822. And for our building and permits department, we had 54 building permits at $25,010, 42 contractor license that totaled $14,350, and 8 plumbing permits that totaled $2,426. That total for our building permits department, $42,536. For the combined departments for the month of April, it's $149,358. Again, Mayor, thank you, and that does conclude my report.
Right, John Cowell, Fire Department.
Thank you, Mayor, trustees, residents, clerk. For the Dalton Fire Department year to date, the Dalton Fire Department has responded to 1,889 emergencies so far this year, with an average of 15 calls for service per shift. And that's divided into 3 different shifts. In addition to numerous fire service and EMS training hours, we've had numerous training hours where we've had created different teams for training, different teams for rescue, and technical rescue teams that are amazing, top notch. Dive team. We have an arson team. And so we have a lot of teams that we have with our department, and there's a lot of training going on to service you as the best as we possibly can. The Fire Prevention Department has conducted numerous fire inspections over the past month, and the village of Dalton experienced several high-profile emergency incidents where it included a house fire on the 600 block of Market Street, and a fatal car accident that occurred on Sibley, and a fatal train versus pedestrian incident that happened on 144th. Also, we've also started an initiative where we have trained personnel for CPR and AED, which we've started with the police department. We've completed them, and we're going to move on to the village hall and different other buildings and different other departments, so that everyone is well trained for CPR and AED. So if any incident happened, we will be available to help you initially. Okay, and that's my report, fire department.
All right, thank you. Next, we have Chief Lacy.
All right. Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, residents. Thank you, board. The Dalton Police Department responded to 2,499 calls for the month of April. They issued 339 parking citations, 146 state citations, which are speeding tickets or any violations that occurred. Red light citations, 4,310. Our felonies are down, our major crimes are down, and I would like to gratefully thank the Dalton Police Department, because under the circumstances that they are under right now, they are performing outstandingly. So I take my hat off to my department, and I am proud of my department. In saying that, this year, as you guys know, there will be the Cop on Top, and that's at Dunkin' Donuts, and that'll be on the 17th of this month. Commander Riley will be hosting that. We encourage everybody to come out and support. Also, I'd like to say we are getting ready to start initiating roadside safety checks, where everybody knows that we're checking for violations and anything that may be on the vehicle. You will also see our ATV units out this year. We have a total of 4 new ATV units. We're going to be initiating that. And also, I'd like to say, and I'd like to thank the residents of Dalton, because usually when this happens, it's people from the outside. They have basically started slowing down on Sibley. I'm pretty sure you guys have seen the officers on Sibley, and I'd like to thank the residents for stopping at the stop signs. That's one of the reasons why the stop sign and the parking citations are down. So I'd like to thank you, Dalton residents, for just following the law. Like I said, usually it's somebody from the outside, and that's what usually happens. Also, I'm proud to say that we are getting ready to start on the new police station, which is at 14900 Greenwood. I'm pretty sure everybody's seen the sign up there, but we have to put out bids in order to start the process. So that's getting ready to start. As the Deputy Chief said, we are trained in the AED training, which are the defibrillators, and I'd like to thank my officers, because now my whole department is trained. We are also working on other training for our officers in reference to a lot of different areas. We are currently in the process of hiring 3 new officers. They're going through the process, and I'd like to say the Village of Dalton Police Department is currently hiring. You can go on the blue line and see, fill out an application. We encourage our residents, and we have a couple of residents who have applied to the police department for working with the Dalton Police Department. So, I mean, I got many more, but I'm just going to leave it at that. And Madam Mayor, that ends my report.
All right, thank you. Next, we have corporate bills. Trustee Stan.
Thank you, Madam Mayor. Thank you, ladies and gentlemen, for coming out and spending your little time of your evening with us. Electronic payments, February the 29th, corporate payments, $176,699. Water fund registered, $283,964.61. American Rescue Plan, $17,550, for a total corporate payments of $478,213.61. There a motion to accept those bills as read?
I motion to approve the bills consistent with the special board meeting. Well, the
postpone board meeting on April 8th. So this was voted before. My motion is to approve the bills consistent with the reading at the April 8th meeting.
All right,
Second.
any discussion? All right, call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, go ahead, trustee.
Okay, here I go. Corporate payments for March the 31st, 2024. Corporate payment register, $61,705.41. Water fund registered, $399,845.37. American Rescue Plan, $17,550.00. For a total corporate payments of $479,100.78. Their motion to accept the bill is read.
So move.
All right, it's been motion and second. Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Yes.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, trustee.
Okay. Warrant report. April the 1st, 2024, corporate payment registered, $2,653,597.07. Gross payroll, March the 8th, 2024, $399,997.22. Gross payroll, March the 22nd, 2024, $443,883.65. Melanie Fitness Center, $1,404.22 for a total of corporate payments, $3,498,882.16. Their motion to accept the bill is read.
Is there a second?
I have an amended motion, Mayor.
All right,
Okay, I motion to again approve these consistent with the reading at the April 8th continued board meeting.
all right.
Second.
Any discussion? Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
All right, trustee.
Warrant report for May the 6th, 2024. Corporate payment register, $2,780,164.08. Gross payroll, April the 5th, 2024, $410,054.48. Gross payroll, April the 19th, 2024, $631,456.71. Melanie Fitness Center registered $1,244.32. For total corporate payments, $3,822,919.59. Their motion to accept the bill is read.
I have an amended motion again, Mayor.
Okay.
Okay, so my amended motion is to accept the bills as read with the following exceptions. Removal of Delgado Law Group with the exception. So the only invoices to pay are invoice number 28861, 31919, 32369, 33743, 33988, 34415, and 34568. These are payments in the capacity of village prosecutor. So want those paid, all other bills removed. Additionally, remove existing concrete, $14,123, 5-star $122,325, John's Pro Tree Service $155,000 even, K&M Ventures $183,950, Lopez Lawn Maintenance $10,050, Mosca Design $65,700, Pekarsky and Sons $32,360, Raul and Sons $181,950, and White Co Pool Solutions $34,788.58. My amended motion is to approve the bills with the exceptions listed.
Second.
All right, any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
Okay, I have some concerns and hopefully I get some answers. First off, have we received the $6.8 million?
Keep going on your questions.
Are you gonna answer?
Keep going with the
Okay,
questions because that
so-
got nothing to do with the bills. So
That's
something you could call me
grant
after
money
that.
that was already, but okay, so everybody would know that that's the answer because it's not being answered. But on May 3rd, we received the email from Bert Costanza and Carberry, which says that we owe them $4,501.27. They've been requesting this since August 28th, 2023. We once again get here. I don't recall them being on the warrant list, so there's an issue that we pick and choose who we're putting on the warrant list, who we're not putting on the warrant list. What really drew my concern was that someone sent us an email and then we actually spoke to this person on the phone. And the email reads, "Thanks for your call this morning. Per our conversation, see the attached. This engineering firm was hired and has a proposal signed by Mr. Freeman. His invoice number is 1092. He is saying that we owe him $7,482. So, of course, I asked what was it in reference to. He said that Mr. Freeman contacted him with the help of Ron Smith, who was the engineer, saying that they needed a proposal for 15022 Lincoln. Now, I'm concerned because 15022 Lincoln is not our property to my knowledge. So why would we be paying a bill for $7,482? I do know that as being a village that we do have to go through proper protocols and we don't have certified people to do this. But after reading, it says my email to the engineer on record on 11/21/2023 indicating our findings and concern with the request for missing information or corrected drawings to be sent. A letter of our architect indicating numerous deficient items I highlighted for some of your review. The letter of our mechanical engineer indicating deficiency in items for your review. Again, we strongly recommend the construction stop immediately until such time these items are addressed by our architect on record. Now, I'm concerned because the man keep calling about his money and it's never been on the warrant list, but I'm more concerned that beautiful big building at 15022 is not structurally sound because there's a 12-page report that says there are all these issues. So my question, and this is discussion, is somebody please call this man about his $7,000, which I don't understand why the owner would not be paying for this. And then what are we doing in reference to all of the, has anybody followed up about all of these concerns about that property?
Thank you for your concern. Anything else? Anything else?
Yeah, y'all got the answer right there. So y'all know what's going on.
All right. Anything else?
Yes.
All right, go ahead.
Well, when we discussed the bills, I just heard you mention a few things earlier, and I think that even though we've been saying this for months, since you'll continue to say what you're going to say, I guess I should continue to tell the residents the truth. When we talk about our financial state, it's sad. You know, the things that I could tell you would scare you as a resident in regards to the things that the people who are over the day-to-day operation, the decisions that they make, the fact that they do not prioritize this spending, and then they come up here and say, hey, vote for this, vote for that. I found it quite interesting that we have our mayor that just sat up here and said, oh, you want receipts for the taxes? I put it on Snapchat. I found that particularly interesting considering that we've been asking for financials for months. Put that on Snapchat for us, please. We have $4 million in checks that the board have approved that have not been dispersed. The checks are on someone's desk. Whose desk? We do not know. So when we when we continue to ask for financials, when we make decisions, it's just responsible. You know, we were elected to do a job, and that's what we're here to do. We keep saying, hey, this spending is getting out of control. We've been saying that for months. You have Trustee Belcher just set up here and asked, hey, if we're making decisions on voting for the bills, could someone tell us about the $6.8 million grant? We didn't receive an answer. But yet, we're told that the bag is being here, the bag is present, but the bag is empty, guys. It's empty. We have, she stated, the public works. For months, Trustee House has been stating, hey, you know, we have to watch our spending. We have to prioritize the spending because we know that payouts are due for public works and police. It's coming, it's coming. You have an administration that set up here months ago and said, oh, in April, we're going to make sure that you all are reimbursed because you all do such a great job for the village. And we want to make sure that we take great care of you because we love you so much. But yet, I'm receiving calls saying that they've only received 1/3 of their money. So either we have the money or we do not. And it's extremely important that we realize that we do not have the money. If in regards to the financials, if we had the money and if they were providing us, because they just say, oh, well, we provide you with the financials, or they said we don't, and how do they know that we're in a deficit? Well, if we were provided with the information, there would be no reason for those people to be coming to our door requesting the information that they've already mysteriously provided us with. So I'm going to say, when we make financial decisions, it's not to sit here and argue, it's not to go back and forth, but it is to let the residents know that we don't have it. All of these services that you all need, we have to have some money to be able to provide you with those services. And it would just be totally irresponsible for us to continue to vote for things, negligent things. And yeah, we don't even know the village's financial true state. We just know it's $4 million on someone's desk. So thank you, residents. I hope that you have the information that you have been asking for in regards to where's the information? Where are we going with this? Why are they not approving these items? Thank you.
That's funny that now it's 4 million. Y'all said it was 7 million. I told you your math ain't math.
She said it was $4 million worth of checks.
Let me answer.
She don't understand. She can't read.
Respond if you want to hear my answer. As it relates to the stuff that Trustee Belcher just stated, you guys have to stop coming here to grandstand. If you feel something's wrong, you guys can reach out and then you can talk to the administration that deals with the day-to-day as it relates to anything you're claiming. It's plenty of times you guys have sat here at a meeting. Please, quiet down for 1 second.
Quiet, please.
Plenty of times you guys have came to a meeting and had misinformation, misleading information. You guys have sat up here and said people said that you didn't pay them. It never was one of our vendors. So I don't entertain the stuff that y'all come up here and just say just because you want to say it for the media, for the residents, and there's no truth to it, no facts to it. And again, if you guys want to have an adult conversation with me, you know my number, you know what I live, you know all of that, Belcher. You guys can call me, but you don't. Hold on, but you don't call. You guys want to come here and put on a show for what? We still live here no matter what's going on in our neighborhood. For instance, it's a couple things y'all took off the warrant list that y'all need to put back on the warrant list. And y'all talk about y'all want to help the residents. If you want to help the residents, then help them. Why aren't y'all paying for concrete? So when they got a water main break, how do they pour concrete down? How do they fix it? Because they gotta call a company out. They gotta call a company out to fix it. But these are the problems that fall on my desk when y'all don't do what y'all supposed to do. And then the residents call me to fix it when y'all said no at a board meeting. Because at the end of the day, it still gotta get fixed. And that's what y'all failing to realize. No matter what they say up here, y'all gonna call me, the mayor. And you'll say, Mayor, I have a water main break. Can you fix it? You don't want to hear that. When it was Thanksgiving, and y'all water was out because it was a water main break. Y'all didn't call them. You called Mary Ann to come and fix because you was cooking your dinner. So all I'm saying to you is when they say no, I say yes. Because at the end of the day, it's a service. People move to communities for services. And when they don't get the services, why do you want to live in that community? People go and we brag about other people's community because of what they have, what they offer to the people. You won't want to raise a kid in this town if you cannot have things that the kid needs, such as running water, such as fixing a water main break, such as a playground set where you can actually go play with no graffiti on it and not a broken slide. We don't have this in our community. Y'all have a tennis court that been broke down forever. They can't even go be Serena now. They can't even go play. They can't do nothing because we don't care. We fight over the wrong stuff. We fighting over crumbs. It's a bigger picture. And y'all got to see that. Y'all got to understand y'all work and know what it is and know what we want to do instead of just fighting and trying to tear each other down. Oh, let me say this. Let me call them people. Let me do this. Okay, it could go both ways, but we're not doing that. All I'm saying is let's fix it. We got concrete on there. Y'all just took off. We got the pool on there. The kids been asking to swim since last year. I've been asking y'all to fix that pool since last year. Every time we put it up, y'all pull it off the warrant list. For what? The kids can't swim? How we got a swimming pool in our backyard when y'all know the black and brown kids, that's the number one thing. They cannot swim. So why would we not have that in our backyard? Why we got to go elsewhere and spend money to give our kids swimming lessons? These are the problems.
Quiet, please. You're out of order, ma'am.
So why
You're out of order.
we shouldn't have to do that. The whole point of all of this is to build the community up, not tear each other down. That is the point of this. And it's sad because you guys ran on my ticket, both of y'all, Trustee Belcher and Trustee House. Both y'all did. And when you ran on my ticket, y'all ran on my vision. My vision is to fix our community.
The vision wasn't to rob the city. The vision wasn't for the FBI. The vision wasn't for you to steal all the money. So don't start talking about the vision.
You know that is defamation. Don't start
talking about the vision. Don't talk about the vision. Tell me what.
That way.
Okay, but let them do it.
What you telling me?
You say that and say stuff and don't answer nobody. Answer too. And that's the people of the village of Dalton. You don't want to answer the people. You don't want to talk about nothing else though, right? You don't want to answer the people.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
You video down every time I hear something.
Order. Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
I don't have to do it.
Yeah.
But at the same time, you say it's discussion. I asked you, did we get $6.8 million? You won't answer that. I'm telling you, these people, you can't tell me nothing. These people are emailing us about somebody else's property, talking about they want $7,000. These people, so when you sit here talking about what have I done, I don't have to sit here and videotape everything I do. But I know what I ain't done. I ain't commingled no money. I ain't stole no money. And I ain't going to jail.
Ladies and gentlemen, quiet down.
That's what I ain't going to jail. That's what I ain't going to jail. Don't worry about it. That's what I ain't done.
You going to jail. Don't worry about it.
Nah, because I asked you. $6.8 million. That's what I told you yesterday. Because you ain't talking on the phone. The email said Tiffany Henyard responded and was going to let me know this morning. So where's the response?
All right, we gonna wrap it up. Bring it back up. All right, you don't want the truth.
You don't want the truth. You don't want the truth. No, we ain't getting $6.8 million and we ain't gonna get it. And she spent it before it came.
Clerk, can you call the roll so we can move on? Clerk, call the roll.
You're voting on, I'll mention it.
Call the roll, clerk.
Let me do it, please. Okay, we're voting on the AP warrant list for May 6th with the amended motions with the exceptions that Trustee House mentioned. Trustee Norwood.
Aye.
Trustee Stan Brown.
No.
Trustee Tammy Brown.
Aye.
Trustee House.
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Okay, next on the agenda is new business. Motion to terminate contract with Otis, Murphy, Frazier, and McGrath, LTD, as legislative counsel for the Board of Trustees. I placed this on here several times. I put on here every single board meeting, and I will continue to because they are the ones that's coming in our community and robbing our communities blind. People have to wake up. They have tried to take money out of our accounts several different ways, from the insurance companies to telling us that we had to give them contract for work in our village. They is not, and I will repeat, you are not the council. You are legislative counsel for the board. Your job is to write laws for them that y'all don't do, but y'all write laws against me. That don't make no sense. But I want people to know what's going on in our community and understand the money grab before you. All this is happening and put before you because it ain't nothing but a money grab by that law firm right there, which is Otis and Stirk and Frazier. That's the people that's trying to take the money from our village. So I wish that
Why the man next to us still with a Bentley truck?
And then keep going and move forward. That's all we want to happen. And do better with our community. So I put that on there, and I'm always saying my little statement, and that's my statement for the record. So next on the agenda is a motion to approve the purchase of 5 residential properties, 1 commercial property from the Cook County Land Bank. Is there a motion?
So move.
Is there a second?
Second.
Is there a motion and second? Any discussion?
Yes.
Go ahead.
We wouldn't trust you to buy penny candy. If you think we about to let you buy properties,
I could care less. You pick your vote. Choose what you want. This is again.
the village of Dalton is not in the real estate business. We're not buying no properties.
Okay, then why y'all motion and second it then? Don't motion and second that.
We had a discussion because we want the people to know why we're not. Because you would get up here and lie and be like, they don't want to buy the properties and they don't want to spend no money. So we motion and second, like we can do in Robert's Rules of Order and discussion. The discussion is we don't trust you to buy penny candy. And no, we're not buying no property because the village of Dalton is not in the business of property. Y'all done already stole about 60 houses. So ain't nobody gonna deal with you buying no property. So that's the end of my discussion.
I second that motion.
Okay. So just so you know, for the records, is I tell y'all to go to classes, go to conference, learn. The way it works as it relates to property, for those that do want to know how it works, is the board has to take the property in. The board is the one that's over the property here in our village. So she is so naive to the fact
I'm not
naive.
naive.
Know that, and she want to say, "Don't trust me." It don't work that way. The board is the one.
Calm down, please. Quiet, please.
Votes to take property in.
Ma'am.
All we do is
Quiet, please.
here for you guys to see it, know it, understand it. It's up to you to take it or not. If you don't take it, it's so be it. Next on the agenda is executive session. Is there a motion going in closed session? Is there a motion going closed session?
I'm motion going executive session.
Is there a second?
Second.
Okay, then motion and second. Please call the roll to go in closed session.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
Trustee Brown,
Aye.
Stan Brown, I'm sorry. Trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
Trustee House,
Aye.
Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Y'all can go right here in this room. Yeah, I'm not doing all that. Right there, say your cases, and we'll move on. All right, we are going to close session now to talk business. We'll see you shortly.
Thank you so much.
Our break from closed session. Clerky. You guys can read it into record. Okay, you want to call her out so we can readjourn? Clerky.
Yeah, I got you. Who's motion and who's second?
I motion.
Second.
Thank you very much. Come on, Norwood. Trustee Norwood, Trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
Trustee Tammy Brown, Trustee House, Trustee Belcher.
Aye.
All right, the attorney's going to read into record.
Okay. With regard to the matter of Williams v. Dalton, the motion is to authorize participation in the settlement conference and authorization to offer settlement as discussed in closed session. The motion specifically includes, and if the minutes would reflect, authorization to elect Serino, Romello, and Durkin to represent the village in this matter.
So moved.
Second.
All right, call the roll.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House, and trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
With regard to Redeemed Christian Church, the village of Dalton, the board has requested that its legislative council appear in this matter and attend the settlement conference. The mayor has indicated her objection and her intention to assign separate counsel to appear. The motion is to authorize an attorney to appear at the settlement conference and offer the amount discussed in closed session. The record is clear that my firm will not be participating for the board's request.
I make a motion.
Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood, trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Okay.
Motion passed.
What's the other case? Yeah, is it Redwood v. Village or is there a case number or is it pre-litigation? No, is it pre-litigation or it's been filed? Okay, Redwood v. Village, with a motion to authorize settlement for the amount discussed.
So moved.
Second.
Call the roll.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Motion passed.
Was there more? All right, so that ends our board meeting, and just for the record, I will be appointing a lawyer to the cases that Delgado no longer has. Is there a motion to adjourn?
I make a motion to adjourn.
Second.
The motion second, call the roll.
I didn't hear the second. Your motion?
I make.
Trustee Norwood,
Aye.
trustee Stan Brown,
Aye.
trustee Tammy Brown,
Aye.
trustee House,
Aye.
trustee Belcher.
Aye.
Meeting adjourned at 9:40 p.m.
All right, thank you. Have a good night.